What's up, my diggity dogs? I'm back. And yesterday, if you tuned into the channel, you will see that I uploaded a video talking about ReZero Season 2, Episode 1. I was, discussing it. I was all over the place. My feelings, my emotions were just out of this fucking world. I was psyched up. And, after putting the video out there, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a follow-up video. I'm going to kind of organize my thoughts a bit better compared to what I did yesterday, of course. So here I am. This video, basically, I'm going to be restating a lot of the things that I stated in the previous video. But I guess in a way it's going to be more organized. My thoughts are going to be a bit more, I'm going to be a bit more calmed down. I'm not going to be as, I guess, psyched up as I definitely was yesterday. So, let's get started. So, to start out, I want to say that this episode was phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing. I have read up a bit on, the story in terms of, the manga or whatever. I have read, a little bit further on compared to, where the first season ended off at. I was very curious because I kept hearing shit. After I got done watching the first season, I kept hearing about what was going to happen directly, what happened directly after the ending of Season 1, right? And it's revealed at the first episode of Season 1 that Rim is just completely forgotten about. I remember, reading up on that, and I was like, holy shit, this is kind of like a turn for the story, right? Because we all know that Rim is a very loved character. She is one of the most favorited characters on my anime list. She's in the top 20. Pretty sure she was in the top. She's number 16. I stated that in my video yesterday, but she's a very well-loved character, and just to see something like that happen to her, it really puts this vibe out there, I guess you could say. It really puts this, oh shit, what's going to happen, right? And after you watch the first episode, you see the animation. The animation is phenomenal. It's great animation. You can really capture what is going on in the show itself, right? You can actually see how people are reacting. The characters in the anime are reacting, right? For instance, whenever he's talking to Amelia there at the start of the episode, right? He basically comes out and he's yelling and screaming at her, talking about how, Rim loves him, and, how, he loves Amelia, and, just different things like that. And you can tell, he's crazy. The voice acting in the episode was also phenomenal, right? That was something else that was great. But yeah, you could literally see the characters' reactions themselves. Whenever, the one that comes to mind specifically is whenever Subaru tells, Amelia, hey, Rim loves me or whatever. She looks at him and she's like, who's Rim? And you can see the despair in his face. He goes from so happy and excited and whatnot to just oh shit, what the fuck, it's just a crazy scene. It's a crazy way to start a second season. But you can tell though, and I said this in the previous video, you can tell that just from this first episode, it's building up hype. This first episode has set up some hype for the rest of the season, for the remaining season. And remember, we're only the first episode in. So you do know, just by watching this first episode, hype is built. Hype is already built. Excitement is already built. That the rest of the show, it's setting up for something big, right? And we met the Sin of Greed or whatever, the guy that's a part of the cult, the witch's cult, right? We got to meet him. He seems like a very powerful, interesting character, a bit of an ass, don't get me wrong, but he does seem like a very interesting character. He seems a bit overpowered, but I do have a feeling that we're going to see Subaru come up with something wicked and absolutely dominate his ass. That's just, I think that's kind of a given. Whenever you watch anime and there's a major antagonist, we can already see that this guy is going to probably, most likely, be the main antagonist of this season just because of what has happened. But he is a very, very interesting character. I like how he was portrayed within the episode itself. I will be honest, whenever, Rim was shown and like that, there was that whole fight scene or whatever. I kind of got chills down my spine, or down my back, right? Like, literally, I was like, oh my god, it's about to go down, right? Whenever I was watching the fight scene itself, I was like, it's about to go down. I didn't know exactly what to expect. I didn't, I knew, I think I said this earlier, but I knew that in this episode it was going to be revealed that nobody remembers who Rim is except for Subaru, right? Subaru is the only one that remembers who Rim is, and maybe that has something to do with his relation to the witches, the witches cult, or just, the witch in general, the witch of envy or whatever in general, right? Maybe that has something to do with the connection to her. That's maybe why he doesn't forget who Rim is. Who knows? But we can see in the episode, though, that the animation is phenomenal. The voice acting is also great. You can really tell it's about to go down when she goes down in the episode with that fight scene, right? That's one thing. And then, after the fight scene, of course, everybody just kind of forgets who Rim is because of, the Sin's power itself. The Sin's power is actually a way to, like his power is to, eat people's memories. I guess you could say that, because whenever he takes somebody's, he can completely erase people's memories, and with those memories, of course, these people can't remember who they are. For instance, a possible candidate to become a future king, Crush. I'm so bad at pronouncing anime names, but she was attacked by him, right? She was attacked by this sin, the sin of greed or whatever, and she ended up losing all of her memories from her, from her past. She doesn't remember who she is. Now, whether or not that changes within the, whether or not that's going to, I believe that's going to change. She's going to eventually remember who she is because, like I said, he's a major antagonist. We can already see that he's set up to be an antagonist of the show, of this season anyways, and she's most likely going to get her memories back. I mean, that's just kind of a guess. I shouldn't even really say that's a guess. I should really say that it's more of just something that's kind of a given, because this guy is an antagonist, and, him attacking both her and Rim just kind of proves that. He proves that he's a very major antagonist, and he's most likely going to get demolished later on in the season because of the fact that, he attacked Rim, and Rim's a major character, and, a lot of people love Rim, and I know it would upset a lot of people if Rim, something bad was to happen to Rim and she was no longer shown in the show, right? Maybe she dies or something. I don't know, but I know that would definitely upset a lot of the viewers if something was to happen to her. Anyways, moving on. Something else that really caught my attention in the episode was the scene where we have Ferris, cute little cat person. We have however you say her name. We have Butler Man, because I can't remember his name. We have Amelia, and we have Subaru. Everybody's kind of, gathered around the table or whatever, and they're all discussing things and whatnot. And the thing that really caught my eye was when Ferris, she decided to bring up the idea of dismissing, the whole alliance or whatever that they were, setting up, or, had set up or whatever. She brought up the idea of, dismissing it or disbanding it. And the initial thought that I had was, so you're going to, dismiss this complete, this alliance that you guys had set up, even though that these people, this, the witches cult, they attacked your future king, or, a candidate at least to be the future king. They attacked somebody that big, within your kingdom, and you're just going to allow them to get away with that? I just felt like that, that was kind of a stupid thing to bring up, which, I mean, I can truly understand where she's coming from. She only cares for the safety of, her kingdom, her king, her kingdom, whatnot. She only cares for that. But at the same time, it's like, look, these people attacked somebody major within your kingdom, and you're just going to allow them to get away with that? I don't know. Just something that just really caught my attention. Now, something else that I guess we can discuss is how Subaru is going to, devise a plan or whatever. How he's going to come up with a plan in order to actually get the memories back of, Rim and how he's going to get her memories back, and then the memories of Rim back into everybody else, right? We can discuss that. I don't necessarily know how exactly to discuss that. I don't know how exactly to be like, yeah, he's going to devise this strategy by doing this. The only way that I could think of is him kind of using his power returned by death like 20 times over, and after he uses it so many times, he just kind of gets the gist of how exactly to go against the sin of greed or whatever, how exactly he plans out to go up against the witch's call, right? I guess that's just the only way that I could truly think of, is him using his power returned by death like a billion times over until he finally gets it right. That's like the only way that I could think of how he could truly come up with a plan. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see on that. We could discuss that, though. We could also discuss, how exactly he's going to get Rim to wake up, which I guess that would also, tie in with how exactly he's going to try to defeat the sin here, or, some of the members of the witch's cult. We could, go over that as well. We could go over multiple different things, really. There's just so much ground to cover, and this is only the first episode. And it's just, I said it earlier, I said it in my previous video, this episode is just really setting up for something crazy later on. That's just how I feel. I believe that's exactly what it's doing. It's a crazy way to start a new season of a series. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's crazy to do something like that. This is something that I believe that the first episode has already built a ton of hype, and I'm definitely freaking hyped to see what's going to happen later on in the season. I truly am. I've been waiting on a new season to ReZero for a long ass time. I'm finally getting it, and so far I'm satisfied. And we're only one episode in, so if they can keep me satisfied, which is not hard to keep me satisfied, to be totally honest, whenever it comes to anime, just please don't have as bad animation as Seven Deadly Sins, the newest season of Seven Deadly Sins, and we'll be okay. Keep the story all right. The story seems good so far. The story seemed good the whole time that I watched the first season, and from like the little bit of spoilers that I've read in terms of reading a little bit further on, past this point where we're at, its story style's pretty good. At least that's my opinion. That's my view on it. I think overall it's pretty solid way to start out a new season. Like I said, it's fucking crazy. It's a crazy way to start the new season, but at the same time, it's a pretty cool way to start out a new season. You know what I mean? Like, one other thing that we can discuss about the episode itself is there at the main end, whenever we see Subaru in the room watching over Rim. He's kind of sitting there, muttering to himself or whatever, and we see Amelia come in. Amelia's sitting there talking to him. They're talking back and forth with one another or whatever. And finally, Subaru tells Amelia to turn around so he can cry. And whenever he's crying, you can tell that he is in like complete and utter despair and pain. And I won't lie, whenever he initially told Amelia to turn around, like before he stated, look, to cry, I thought he was literally going to reach for the knife, and I thought he was going to kill himself. I thought he was going to use his power returned by death to try and, help Rim again. But at the same time, I think he realized that even if he did, there's nothing that he could truly do with his power returned by death in order to actually save Rim. I guess that's, something that he realized. So he just sits there and he cries. You can tell he's in complete and utter despair. He's mentally fucked up. He is just depressed all around. And Amelia ends up turning back around, kind of, giving Subaru a hug. And we can see that at that moment, Subaru is just, not so much fully, but he is somewhat like restored. You know what I mean? Like his mental state of mind is still fucked up, but not as fucked up. We can see that for whatever reason, that fills him with determination. Like he is just fully determined at that point to bring Rim back to perform herself, right? To, fucking bring her out of this like coma state that she's in, and, possibly restore the memories of her to everybody else, right? We see that. And that's just a great way to end the episode. We see Subaru get fucking determined to save this girl that truly cares and loves him. It's just a great way to end the episode. Trust me, when the episode ended, I was fucking like sad as hell. I was like, God damn it, man. Why can't they just keep going on with this? Why can't they just, give me like a Blu-ray disc of all the episodes that's going to come out in the it's going to come out in the future, That was my thought when the episode was ending. I was like, damn it, man. I'll buy a Blu-ray disc for like $50 if I have to. Just give me all, just give me the rest of the episodes on that Blu-ray disc, and I will be fine. I won't show anybody. I promise. You know what I mean? But anyways, I feel like this is a video that kind of more so, it's somewhat in a way more categorized. Really, it's more neat, maybe more neat. I guess that's the way to describe it. It's it's more laid back. I'm a bit more calm now because, I watched the episode yesterday instead of watching it, today, of course. So, my mind, my emotions on everything are a bit more organized, and I'm not all over the place. And I feel like this video is probably maybe a better video than the video I uploaded previously. So, anyways, guys, thank you all for tuning in to this video. If you guys did in fact enjoy it, please smash like. It would be super greatly appreciated. You guys are fucking beautiful. You guys are fucking awesome, fantastic. I love you guys. Don't go ugly on me, and I will see you all in the next one.